Today I'm sharing an article with you titled, I Am a Remarried Woman. It discusses the lessons learned in marriage. I wish you happiness in your first marriage. Let's listen together. September 9th, 2023 marked the 10th anniversary of my wife and me. We've been married for a long time, so we didn't treat this day as a big deal. After work, I went to the parking lot with my colleagues to get my car as usual. Just as I reached the car, the trunk popped open with a snap. Out came colorful balloons, lights, 99 roses, and a gift box of cosmetics. When I turned around, my husband was standing not far away, looking at me with a mischievous smile. My colleagues cheered first, then started coaxing, kiss, kiss, so he hugged and kissed me right there in front of everyone. That evening, my husband invited me and his best friends to celebrate. We all drank quite a bit and had a lot of fun. As we parted, one of his best friends hugged me tightly and whispered, "Fool, you finally married the right person this time. Seeing you so happy makes me want to cry." When I got home, I shared my friend's words with my husband. He was deeply touched and said, "I never thought we could be this happy indeed. It's admirable that a remarriage can be so joyful. But we both know that a successful remarriage isn't just about choosing the right person." Both my husband and I are in our second marriages. 10 years ago, I remarried with a 5-year-old son. My husband had been divorced for 3.5 years and had a 10-year-old daughter who stayed with her ex-wife. Divorce always comes with deep pain, and we were no exception. After the agony of our divorces, neither of us had high hopes for marriage. I chose my husband simply because I wanted a male role model for my son, someone responsible and not like his father, who would find ways to avoid even washing dishes once more. My husband moved me because he was left with nothing after his divorce, except his job. Everyone laughed at him, saying he was pathetic, even though her ex-wife had cheated on her, leaving him penniless. But I thought a man who could endure such hardship must be someone who doesn't fuss over minor details, so we came together. In our first marriages, we chose love and realized love couldn't sustain us. In our second marriages, we chose compatibility. Over time, we discovered that there are no perfectly compatible people. Our marital home was bought with the assets I received from my first divorce. My husband's parents couldn't provide financial support, having been drained by his first marriage. Now I've learned to let go and be accommodating, like willingly paying the down payment for our house, taking care of my mother-in-law when she was hospitalized while my husband was on a business trip, and buying gifts for his daughter when I got things for my son. I used to be demanding with my ex-husband, but now I know how to be strategic. My husband also keeps an invisible ledger. In the past, we kept track of what others owed us. Now, we ask ourselves what we can do for each other. My husband works hard, switching from a technical job to sales, realizing the importance of money in a marriage. His effort and earnings are his way of showing his commitment to our family. He even remarks that if he had worked this hard in his first marriage, his ex-wife might not have cheated. I jokingly asked if he regretted the divorce. He pointed at my forehead, saying, "We were both immature and didn't understand life back then." My husband travels for work half the month, and every penny he earns is transferred to my account, always with the note, "I owe you," even after his payments exceeded the down payment I made. He kept saying this. He also sends local specialties to my parents whenever he's away. Initially, my parents were skeptical of our marriage due to his lack of assets, but eventually agreed because of my insistence. My husband's response was, "Since they trusted you with me, I owe them." Hearing him say this warms my heart. In our first marriages, we were too focused on gains and losses. In our second, we learned to respect and appreciate each other. Marriage is never short of kindness, but it often lacks hearts that understand and cherish it. A second marriage comes with more mundane tasks and responsibilities, including children from previous relationships. After our remarriage improved, my husband's ex-wife regretted it and frequently used their daughter as an excuse to meet. No woman likes her husband to have ties with his ex, especially not the ex-wife. I used to pretend to be unaffected but would unleash my anger on my husband later, leading to fierce arguments. Now I'm straightforward about my feelings, telling my husband if I'm unhappy or jealous. He understood my thoughts and started refusing unnecessary meetings with his ex, and even took me along when necessary. His ex eventually gave up. Every Saturday we take his daughter to the park and library. During vacations, we take both children on trips. Despite our busy schedules, his daughter remained cold to me, but I didn't force a relationship. On our second trip, her daughter handed me a note saying, "Auntie, I know you're a good person. Sometimes I'm rude to you, but it's just for show to please my mom. I like you and my brother, but I'm torn and in pain." She was 12 then. Her words broke my heart, and I hugged her tight, taking countless selfies with her. If you ask for our secret, it's that we learned from our past mistakes. Marriage isn't about finding the perfect person or destiny. It's about growing from past experiences and building a better relationship. When my ex-husband visited our son, he commented that I had become gentler. I laughed and said, yes, we were both inexperienced in our first marriages. Some wounds and failures shouldn't be thanked, but falling doesn't mean staying down. Even if we fall, we should fill that pit with lessons learned. With tolerance, honesty, gratitude, and self-reflection, we repair ourselves and our relationships. These qualities make any marriage, first or second, successful. However, we all grow up too fast and become wise too late. Wrong ones part ways, right ones find their way. This is the life story of a remarried woman on our 10th anniversary. I hope you find happiness too. Feel free to share your thoughts and don't forget to like and share with your friends. Looking forward to meeting you again.